Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday. Welcome to Lunch with Leaders, and thank you so much for spending this time with us. It's lunchtime for me. It could be lunchtime for you or not, but welcome and thank you so much for being here. And as always, I'd like to ask for those that are in here early, drop in the chat or comments where you are listening in from, because I like to know where in the world people are listening in from. We've had people from literally everywhere, Europe, Africa, of course, the United States, so North America. So let us know in the chat where you're listening from. I'm going to give you like maybe 30 seconds to do that, and then we'll continue with the rest of the chat. And if you're listening to the replay, also let us know where you're listening from. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for engaging in the chat. If you did, I'm thrilled, really excited to be here today. And this is really special for me because this is going to be like one of the very last Lunch with Leaders live for a very long time because I'm going to do something different and something new. You're going to get the announcement in just a few weeks. But today we're here, as usual, to gain insights on things that will make us better at what we do in our careers or businesses, but most importantly, better leaders. So our topic today is digital confidence, how women in STEM can build authority, visibility, and income online. Those three are very important. And our guest is Ihoma Chukwueze, and she is a digital marketing strategist, a branding expert, and a founder. So I'm so excited for you to meet her. She's incredible. She's done so much. And, when I read her bio, you'll find out. So Amadez Elejo Dagania, the founder and CEO of African Women in STEM. And African Women in STEM is a professional network and community that is empowering women to take ownership of their careers, maximize their potential, and pay it forward. So we offer career and leadership development training, we offer mentoring, and most importantly, we offer a supportive community. So whatever your career goal is, if it's to get a job, if it's to get promoted, if it's to earn more money, in our community, in the membership, you're going to find the resources that you need to succeed and thrive. So I believe that the one asset that every African woman in STEM needs is a power network to help them unlock opportunities in their careers and in life. So if an African woman in STEM join us today, I'm going to be sharing the link right now. Join us. We are excited to have you. We can't wait to welcome you in. And if you're an ally or an advocate, reach out to me on LinkedIn or my email support@africanwomeninstem.com. Let's build a better future for African women in STEM together. So, to the programming, I'm going to bring Ihoma on because I cannot wait for you all to experience this excellence. This woman is incredible and she has so much to give us today. So Ihoma, welcome here. And I can't wait to discuss today's topic, which is important to me. And I know it's what you live for. You've done so much work in this area. So again, we're discussing digital confidence, how women in STEM can build authority, visibility, and income online. So welcome, Ihoma.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me at Daisy. And for all our amazing viewers, thank you so much for having me too. I'm excited to be here. My name is Ihoma Chukwueze. I'm the founder of Digital Biz Guru, a digital marketing agency for business owners. And I've been doing this for a while now. So I've trained, I've coached, I have mentored different women and the other gender. I was on a program recently and and the speaker said there is only one gender in this world and it's
Okay.
female.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I agree.
Oh my
I am biased, but I agree.
god. She almost started a riot in the room. So that is why I said I've trained women and the other gender.
Oh man. Oh
So I'm
man.
happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. I'm still gonna go ahead and read your incredible bio because you're a little bit, you played it a little bit more. So Ihoma is a digital marketing strategist. She's a trainer and she's the founder of Digital Biz Guru. Like she said, it's a fast-growing agency that is dedicated to helping business owners build visibility, attract consistent leads, and increase revenue through effective digital marketing strategies. She has
Yeah.
trained over 5,000 entrepreneurs across Africa. 5,000, through workshops, webinars, courses, and her internship program. And she's helped them understand that marketing is simple and she's helped them do it in a way that is easy. Her agency is duly registered in Nigeria and in the United States. So if you're in the United States and you want to work with her, she's available. She's known for her creative campaigns, practical execution systems, and her empowering approach to teaching marketing. She's currently reviving her e-commerce brand, Aldora Woman, focused on jewelry and fashion accessories for women who love to show up bold and confident. And when she's not talking about marketing or her business, you'll find her laughing. We've done a lot of that already today, while hanging out with friends and watching a good rom-com. Rom-com, are you kidding me? Or reading a paranormal novel?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking at you in yeah. You're beginning to look very suspicious now. How do you do rom-com and paranormal novels together? I mean, come on. Find something else, okay?
You get the best of both worlds. You get the best of both worlds.
That's true. I mean, both of them are equally like out there, okay? All the lovey-dovey things and all the crazy things that would never happen in real life. But it's all good. So I'm so excited to have you here, and you're in for a treat. So again, if you've been to our Launch Your Leaders, but if you haven't, we want this to be very interactive. So what that means is that if you have any questions, comments, insights, put them in the chat and we'll pick them up as we go. So we don't wait to the end to answer your questions. We just want this to be a conversation as much as we can have a conversation virtually. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the questions. Okay, wait. Why am I this excited? I have no idea. All right. That's if I can find the questions. Okay, just found them. So I'm going to start with okay, the one thing that came out to me was you've trained 5,000 entrepreneurs. 5,000. I don't even know what that looks like. Okay, so you've trained 5,000 entrepreneurs across Africa. So that means that you actually did some, I don't know, a lot of work goes into that to be able to actually have people outside of where you live know that you're available, you teach this thing and come into it. So I want to ask you, what inspired you to start helping women build confidence and visibility online and take it to a point where it is today?
Okay, so for me, and the 5,000, it's way past that. I just put 5,000 because I don't want to calculate, but it is way past that. Wow. And if you're someone that you're offering courses, it is very attainable. Very, very attainable, because I've been doing this now for about it's almost 5 years since I've been doing this. So, but it's only difficult if you're doing coaching programs and all that, because it's more personalized, it's more one-on-one. So reaching 5,000 people, it's not easy via one-on-one coaching programs, just thought to add that. But what prompted me to even enter this whole field where I'm educating people is the fact that I found out that what I knew wasn't as common as I thought it was. So I'm what you would call an accidental digital marketer. I did not start up wanting to be a digital marketer. I was a business owner, just like some people that may be listening to me now. I was a business owner, and as a business owner, you need to learn how to create your content. So I learned that. Then they said, oh, your graphics need to be given. So I learned that. They said, oh, your videos are supposed to be, keeping people. So I learned that. Then they said, email marketing is the new way. I learned that. Paid advertising, because organic is not where you should put all your eggs. You need to also go out there and find people beyond your existing audience. So I learned that. And that's how without knowing, I was learning the core areas of digital marketing. So by the time COVID hit, I had to take a break from my business because I was selling fashion, physical products. nobody that was doing sit at home at that point in time was looking to buy new shoes and new jewelry and new. So I had to look for something else that I would do. So it occurred to me that that time I used to have people that would message me and say, how did you do this? How did you do that? And most times I would just put them through because I felt like it's common. As in some
Mhm.
cases, I would even send them to maybe the tutorial video I stumbled on where I learned that thing or the article. But they will come back, they will say, I don't understand. I will still explain. And I say, oh, it's your own that I now, because I don't understand what those people were saying. So I found out that this, my knowledge that I thought was common, is actually not so common. And because I had figured it out and I was now doing and I found it easy, actually, there are tons of other people that was a serious roadblock for. So that brought me into the education side. So I was just via my courses and my coaching programs, I taught for a couple of years. And then as of 2023, the pressure for services was getting too much because some people would come, they'll say, oh my, I don't want to learn, just do it for us, just do it. And then that was how I now started offering services, and we now became a full-blown agency as it was. But it was teaching that I started from.
Mhm.
And women in particular, I I don't know the word to use. Will I say I'm sensitive to them? I'm biased towards them, but sometimes they just make me. I feel like, why are you doing this? Because I would get a guy that will sign up for my course, for instance, and I could follow up few weeks after. How far? He will say, because most of them are always in that hustle mode. I want to do and make money. So he would have already taken the course. He would have already started doing the course. He would have already started. Then you reach out to the woman and she will tell you, Oma, my children, I have teenagers, I have a toddler, I have a husband, and I have a, and you'll be like, but you said this is a pressing issue that you have. So it made me, I had this passion, and I found that a lot of those issues is mindset. It starts from the
Mhm.
mindset. And as somebody that you came to, for instance, you came to learn how to run sponsored ads on Facebook and Instagram, I'm really not in the place to start giving you mindset shifts. So that was what now activated that passion in me to say, okay, maybe these ones I may not be able to get to them, but there are these kind of people that I can start. And that's what, when I started the internship program. So the
Mhm.
internship program where I bring in interns, and then for 6 months I talk with them. It's mostly about changing their mindsets, trying to show them what is possible, the things that are, and it is amazing to see the shifts. Most times we see the way they come into the program and the way they live is like a 360 in
Mhm.
just 6 months. So that just is what brought about my whole passion based on education, how I now ventured into the internship, later made the internship program female only, and yeah, and that's what brought me here.
Oh my goodness. Also, I was listening to you. I was like, wow. Okay. Because you see a problem or you see something, you already start figuring out a solution for it. You see something, start figuring out a solution for it. And we mentioned that, for women, for the most part, that even when they think they want to do something, they start it and they don't really put their whole selves into it. I'm hoping that people that are listening right now will just take from that, because just before we got on this call, we talked about doing things imperfectly. Um, just go ahead and do it, because the thing is, what you have
Yeah.
achieved so far was because you said yes every time to, let me do this, let me do this. You listen, you figured out what it was, and you found the solution, and you've helped so many people that way. So if you're thinking about something, if something is in your heart to do, even if you're scared to do, just think about all the people that are missing out, because Alma has impacted so many people so far. Imagine if she was still thinking about it and trying to figure out when the best time was, when she was less busy, when she had more courage. All these five
Yeah.
to almost 10,000 people probably now will never be where they're at today, doing well for themselves, helping their families, and so on. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for sharing this. There's
You're
so much to
welcome.
learn. So you're building your business. You started your business in Nigeria. I know you're expanding to the United States. So I don't know who your main clients are, but let's if it's Africans for the most part, or if it's women, can you tell me how you see um, or the contrast between how people are taking advantage of the digital landscape in Nigeria versus the United States, and what you think one can learn from the other to move their business or their careers forward.
Okay, so when it comes to my clients, I serve both women and men. So it's not gender specific to just women. It's my internship program that I made to be just women.
Mm-hmm.
So and my target audience are business owners,
Mm-hmm.
people that are looking to grow and scale their business online. Those are the people that we are serving. So one of the things that I have noticed though is the struggle with tech. I like in comparison with my the same target audience from international countries and all that, like abroad, the struggle with tech is real. I could launch let's say a program, an offer in these two places now, one here and the other one exactly the same thing. And in Nigeria, you're going to be seeing people telling you, oh, I signed up for my course, I've not seen my course. And you tell them, oh, have you checked your email? There's a login there, just follow the link and log in. And they'll say, "Ah, why can't you just send me the videos? Why can't you just so they are not as open to learning about tech and tech related things as our counterparts in like in the international space. So these people, they still have a lot of, you still need to be patient when talking, because sometimes you may want to say, just tap on the button and enter your dashboard. As in, you may feel like saying that, but then by the time you just think about, okay, these are two different people in two different spaces, that just helps you tailor, and then and then you are now more patient. So what I do is, when it comes to the tech side of things, because I also cannot be spoon feeding you, I also want you to learn. I also want you to learn. I always make sure that I give as much direction as possible, down to when it's even time to check out on the website. On the checkout page, we can put like a button, and email there that people are going to use to get information on what they are going to do next. So that way, you don't get people saying, oh, I checked out, but I don't now know what I was supposed to do. I don't know the next step. Because anybody that shops online often will know that once you check out, you get to the thank you page, to tell you to check your email. Once you check your email, you're going to see your invoice, your receipt, and probably if it's a physical product, you will get your shipping details and all that. But you need to make sure that you're stating it for this our own audience. So that tech issue, so that's why I like this topic, because this tech thing is something that women struggle with, and I've noticed that men are more open to this tech stuff. The same age brackets, you're going to find out that there are more men using tech than the women. Just like between both of my parents now, my dad knows how to use almost everything. He's on YouTube, he's on this one, he's on that one. My mom, she will call you to come and on for her the TV in the parlor. As in,
Yeah. Yeah.
she will call you to ask you, this my WhatsApp. There was one that she called and she said, your brothers have changed my WhatsApp DP to one cartoon. I don't understand. I told her, change it now. She said, how will I change it now? Then I said, you have been using WhatsApp for how many years? For how many
Oh my
years? You don't know how
goodness.
to change your WhatsApp DP. Uh-huh. But then my dad changes his WhatsApp DP all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. And he's even like older than her. Oh. So women just have this thing with technology. And I think most of us, it is because we don't want to give it the time of the day. If you actually just pay a little attention, you'll find out it's not that difficult.
Mm-hmm.
We most times just assume that it's very difficult
Mm-hmm.
before we even try. And I was also, reading up a study like on psychology and all between the two genders that made a lot of sense to me. And I said I was going to share it when I come here because the study talked about how men and women, most times growing up, the men are encouraged to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
If you try something, it doesn't work, you try again. Nobody is going to fault you. But a woman, when she makes a mistake, no matter how small, they will tell you, are you not a woman? You are a woman, no. So they would always do it that we should be mistake free. We
Mm-hmm.
should be perfect. And that whole thing always it affects most of us because when you're in that when you have that mindset that I must be perfect, what it does to you is that you never try new things. You don't want to spoil your perfection streak. Imagine someone that has had a streak of maybe, okay, like a Duolingo streak now,
Mm-hmm.
1000 days, and then you just feel like I want to try another language. You might be like, ha, if I try another one now, I might break my streak because I will have to start from afresh. I will have to. So you will just much rather stick to the one that you know that is working.
Mm-hmm.
You will not even want to. So it takes a lot of effort for us, but it's something you can change. If you can start telling yourself that I am not perfect, I'm imperfect and God loves me that way, you're going to be more open to trying new things. And therefore, even this whole thing of being technologically challenged, you're not tech savvy. Being tech savvy is what? I am tech savvy, but was I born tech savvy? It's
Mm-hmm.
just that I have the openness to learn. There are people my age too that, aside liking somebody's post and commenting on Instagram, they don't know any other thing that is happening in that place.
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes the older women, they will say, if I was younger, the Gen Zs. There are Gen Zs that, apart from dancing on TikTok, they don't know any other thing. No. They don't know any other tech thing. So it's not really about age per se. It is more about your openness to this thing. And when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to technology, you need to really learn to be open to it because it makes life easy. Imagine you now as a business owner and you are spending days crafting content from your head, stressing yourself. Meanwhile, somebody that just learned small chat GPT and the right prompts to give it will sit down and in 30 minutes generate a month's worth of content. 1 month in 30 minutes. Copy it to a Google Docs, fine tune it to be better, and they are posting and you are still there cracking head, thinking, what will I post today? So it's something that you need to be open to. It saves you time. It will even give you ideas. Like if you're someone that is very creative, with AI, your creativity knows no bounds. Because even the one that is in your imagination, you can bring it to life. So it's something that I really believe that a lot of us need to be more open when it comes to this tech thing. Women, and it's you people I'm talking to, you need to be more open when it comes to this thing. It's not about your age or
Mm-hmm.
where you're from or anything. It's a general issue.
I am so glad you brought this up because when you talked about, in this situation, seeing more, sorry, seeing more men and men being more forward. I mean, I know there are reasons for it. And when you said that, the whole thing about perfection, it just kind of hit about a chord because I remember, I just think about culturally, they give men a lot more grace than they give women. But we're here today and we need to take ownership of our lives, which is what we talk about every single time at African Women in STEM. Take ownership of your career and life. So back to what you said about, men and women, and you mentioned ChatGPT, which is just like the tip of the iceberg. So AI is a thing right now. And recently I've been going to a lot of spaces where there's conversations around AI, or, you know, forums or whatever. And overwhelmingly, they're more men than women. Even in startups that are doing AI or building with AI, they're more men than women. And every day I hear someone else, like saying, if you're not in this right now, you're going to be left behind. That it's just not going to be good for you at all. But still, there's just that resistance. So I want to ask you. You've talked about it a little bit, but we know that artificial intelligence is changing a lot of things, and most importantly, is transforming how we market, how we
Yeah.
reach our clients, how we communicate, how we build our brand. So, from your perspective, how is AI changing digital marketing, and how can women leverage it right now to stay visible and to be able to compete and stay relevant, in this
Yep.
new world that we're in?
Okay, so thank you. Um, so as we already know, AI is changing everything. You could take a selfie right now, upload it to an AI tool, and the next thing to give you a studio pic of yourself. It could even place you in front of the Eiffel Tower where you're doing vacation in Paris. So it could put you anywhere based on the prompt that you're asking for. There's a lot you can do. The content that I give is an example. Now, how to utilize it as a woman in tech, as a woman in STEM, as a woman in business, is pretty easy. First step I would say is find out the places that you would like to use it for. There is an abundance of AI. If you want to start researching AI for everything, you will not, 1 week you have not finished though. There is so many and there are so much. And you would end up overwhelming yourself if you're going about it that way. So you ask yourself, what are some of those places that I need help with? You start from there. Is it in your content? Is it in maybe getting ideas for your copies, like your copywriting? Is it in designing? You need help in designing, whether web designing, graphics designing, you need help in it. You need help with your images, the images that you use for your products or images of yourself. So by the time you've listed out all these places that you need help with, then the next step is researching top AI tools. You can research maybe the top three for each of these categories. There are AI tools that are great for pictures. You can put a very plain, okay, let me say this product now. You can just take a very normal picture of it and then upload it, and it will put background, put overlay, like make it so beautiful. I had a friend that showed me something she generated with AI. So she took a picture with a blue gown, and with AI they turned the gown from blue to red to orange to purple to white to black, gave her different ranges of the same thing. So this is what AI can do for you. But then you first need to know, remember that AI is working for you, you're not working for AI. But
Mm-hmm.
if you just go out randomly and start using any AI tool, because some of us, we always chasing rainbows. Is as is happening here, is hot here, and we've dived that side. First of all, find out the places that you even need help with and go and focus on those areas.
Mm-hmm.
If there are people that the only AI tool that they use is ChatGPT just for their content and their content ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all they need. They already have a video editor, they already have a graphics designer. So this person will just stay, record their video, send it to their editor, and take it up from there. So it's only ChatGPT they need to generate, or maybe Gemini or other content AI tools. Another person has could be that her pictures could be better. Her product pictures are not very appealing, and she wants to run ads. She wants to put it on her website, and it cannot be as it is now. And so she's going to use that particular image one to fix things up. Another person could be that, oh, I want a tool that can help me generate YouTube thumbnails for my YouTube videos so that I would get appealing thumbnails. So based on your needs, then you will find the AI tool that matches it. And then if you don't know how to use it, most of them are pretty easy to use. But if you don't know how to use it, YouTube is your friend. Just go on YouTube. If it's Nano Banana, how to use Nano Banana, you're going to see videos. If it's Gemini, how to generate images with Gemini, you're going to see videos. So you take those videos and you execute immediately. Take it step at like one step at a time. Because if you try to enter everywhere, you will get overwhelmed and you may run away and say, I don't think it's for me. It's for you because it was created to help you. It was created to save you stress. And remember, we talked about this whole thing about being technologically challenged. You're technologically challenged because you choose to be. The day you say, I'm going to figure it out, I'm going to figure this thing out, that is the day you're also going to figure it out. It's like some of these duties that are known to be that of women, like cooking, taking care of your home, and all that. Let's say you have been seeing people, they've been making this amazing Nigerian jollof, and you've been wondering how do they used to make this thing. The day you go to YouTube, watch it, go to the market, buy all the ingredients, stay in your house, make it, that's the day you start cooking Nigerian jollof. It's not the day you, as in, you're expecting the grace of jollof to descend on you. It will not happen. So it is the same way. If you're also waiting for the grace of tech to land on you, it also will not happen. You will not stay and just become tech savvy. You take steps towards understanding these tools and how they will help you, and that's how you become tech savvy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's so many things to unpack here. There's so much. There's you give us so much here. There's so many nuggets. There's so many gems, and I hope everybody is listening. If you're listening now live on the replay, take this, and especially what you said about nobody was born being tech savvy. It's something that you can pick up anytime, and these days it's getting easier and easier to use tech. Like some of this
Very easy.
yeah, some of these apps when they created their what do you call it, how to is so, I mean, they do videos, they break it down, they have very simple, before, like when you buy something, the product manual was always so confusing. Now they figured out that make it simple, because if you make it simple, more people will use it. And right now everybody wants everybody to use your product. So, and again, if all fails, YouTube is your friend. Okay. Go there, find someone, find something. Thank you so much for that. And there are a lot of things that you said here, and it kind of touches on one thing that I want to ask you about, because you said, first of all, decide what you want to do, right? What do you want to use AI for? Go ahead and do it. So it brings me to what you keep saying, which is that you have to have clarity before you can build content. And in this regard, we're talking about, whether you're building content for your business or you're building content for your thought leadership. Because again, that content would eventually kind of fit into your brand and how you want to present to the world. And your take on it is that you have to be
Yeah.
clear. Be clear what you want to do. And you've already mentioned it earlier today where you talked about mindset. Your mindset around this has to be really like on point in a sense. So why is it important for us to be clear on what we're going to do? And why is mindset so powerful, for us to have like a long-term and sustaining success in whatever it is you're doing, especially what we're talking about right now, which is, building your brand online and using that to your advantage.
Yeah. Okay, so your mindset is so important because it is really difficult to get what you don't believe in. So you asked two questions on mindset, then you also said clarity. So I'm just going to start from mindset. It's very difficult to actually achieve something that you don't even believe is possible. You know, I feel what makes some people think that they can get away with a wrong mindset is some of these our successful people. You will be interviewing them. Tell us how you made it. Tell us your story. They'll say, nah, God, though, it's all God. I didn't believe that I could be here. It's not true. It's not true. Ha. They believed it and they were working towards it. It's just that they probably don't want to start going into details on their journey and all that. So that's a good way to summarize it, because at the end of the day, it's all God. But don't be deceived that somebody just stayed, success just fell on them, just like that. So that mindset that, oh, we don't really have to believe this thing, shall we? But let's be going. It's terrible. Now, let me share a story. In 2022, I had made the no, that was in 2021. I had made the decision that I would start introducing one-on-one coaching too, in addition to my courses. So as at that time, I just put it at 50,000, because I was like, that 50,000 safe. Who will pay me 50,000 for me to sit down and talk? This is what I was thinking. And I just stumbled on a class. I stumbled on a class, and this lady was saying that we should come and pay her 350,000, not for a one-on-one. My 50,000 was one-on-one, no, that was offering. But this lady said we should come and pay her 350,000 for 6 weeks group coaching. That day, I sat down and I thought about my life. And during the thinking, you know what was happening? I was not having a conversation with myself. And I was like, nobody will sign up. Is it not all these people that they will be marketing? It's not even as if she was advertising it to Americans, right? She was not even advertising it to Americans. She was advertising it to Nigerians, and they're going to pay her that money. It's a lie. It's probably all this marketing. Now, all this was going on. This lady was marketing her stuff. She said, cart will soon close, so nobody will sign up. And as at that time, I needed that thing that she was actually coaching on. I needed it because it was about, expanding your knowledge wells, knowing I was already monetizing my knowledge in a way, but there was so much that I didn't know how to do, and I didn't even know I could do. I was filled with so much doubts. In fact, I was signing up for the program to prove her wrong, that other people will sign up. You can imagine, no? Signing up just to see that I know it will not be plenty of people that will sign up for this thing. Do you know that I entered into the group for that cohort, and I saw 400 and something people?
Wow.
I said,
Wow.
I was like this. Sorry, give me a second. It just started raining heavily. Let me switch my mic.
Okay. I hope you guys have been enjoying this conversation. Ihoma is just bringing it today. And what she's talking about right now is one of those things that I also struggled with. I struggled with it, especially in the beginning when I started my business, because I've never had to sell anything to anyone. I mean, that's not right, because I did have a job, I did have to apply for a job, but sometimes you have the mindset that, okay, whatever they give you, you take. So she's back. Let's make sure we listen and get this, because it can really hold you back. Because you can imagine if she didn't sign up for that program, she would have gone away and told herself that, of course, nobody signed up
Sorry,
because that
guys.
was too
Sorry.
much.
I hope you can hear
Yeah.
me well.
Yes, I can hear you well. I was just trying to, pretend like I was you and give them a little bit of advice. But I love this story. So please continue. Please continue, because this is so, like I said, talking, I'm just thinking of my past life. Continue.
Okay, so That was how I entered this group. I saw 400 and something people. I said, hey, it's not a gimmick. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from me, over 400 other people also came here to pay this woman for 6 weeks group coaching. And she's going to go live with us once a week on Sundays by 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! Meanwhile, before that time, I had somebody that was pricing the life out of that my 50,000. I had this anger inside me that what? And I was and I'm here pricing 50,000 for what reason? For
Mm-hmm.
what reason? I didn't believe it. So let me tell you the first step. What brought me to this story, so that I can tell you the first step. The first step to liberate yourself from this mindset issue is to go to people that have achieved that thing that you're aiming for and pay
Mm-hmm.
them. Because where your money is, what? That's where your heart is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't believe it, just go and pay somebody that is already living that life.
Mm-hmm.
Pay somebody that's already living that life, and you're going to see, you will start believing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I was in the program. I went through the program. Halfway through the program, that person that was pricing the life out of me that time came back. And this time around, she came. I told her, it's 70,000. Oh. This is me already practicing the boldness that I got
Yeah.
to from the.
From the
So the
prayer.
second step is you will practice. You will move. So I now told her it's 70,000. She said, "Ha, me, I've never agreed for 50,000, and you're saying 70." I said, "It's 70,000 now. Everything is changing. There's nothing that's static in this world."
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, so she made a comment and she said, "So if I give you 70,000 now, you will take it." She was trying to be sarcastic.
Yes.
And I told her, "If you give me 70 million, I can chest it." She was
Mm-hmm.
shocked. She was shocked. As if she must have been like, where did this boldness come
Yes.
from? Is this
Yeah.
not the same person? Because another thing that pain does to you is that your money has moved. And we
Mm-hmm.
have this psychology that once our money has left us, we need to find a way to get it back.
Get it back. Mm-hmm.
So at that time, you are no more pitying, because most of us are pitying the people that we are supposed to be helping solve their problem, but we are
Mm-hmm.
pitying them instead of focusing on helping to solve their problem and collecting our money. We are instead pitying our clients, and that's why you're busy in that place charging them, peanuts and all that.
Yeah.
So that mindset shift, first of all, you see somebody, you like what they're doing, you want to replicate it, you pay for it, because it's going to begin to reprogram your head that other
Mm-hmm.
people are paying this thing. You self paid it. So even if you say the other people are mad, are you mad? So it means that there is something here and you can do it. Then the second one is you begin to take action. Even if your heart is doing bing, 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 say it. Say that price that is in your head. Say it.
Mm-hmm.
So there is something in psychology that we call the belief loop.
Mm-hmm.
And this belief loop, it is that it could be a positive belief loop, it could be a negative belief loop. If it's a negative belief loop, the first step is that you have a belief. The second step is now action. The third step is results. And then that result reinforces your belief. Now, let me give a practical example with someone that her belief is, I'm not good at sales.
Mm-hmm.
That's your belief. I'm not good at selling. And you're a business owner, but your belief is that you're not good at selling. What it will do is that next step, which is the action, you're not going to sell because you believe you're not good at selling. And then what is the result that will happen from there? You will not get sales
Mm-hmm.
because you did not sell. And then after the results, you now reinforce that belief. And what will you be reinforcing it with? I am not good at sales. After all, if I was good, I would have made sales, and
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yes.
negative loop continues. But now look at someone that sees that and says, okay, I sales is something that I struggle with, but I would like to work at it. I believe I can be better. That's the person's own belief now. Their next step is what? They take action. And that person will now try to maybe reach out to 20 people. And out of the 20 people, let's say 18 people say no, 2 people say yes. That person say, oh, 2 people have agreed though to buy from me or to do whatever it is I asked for. That's the result that they've gotten. And it now reinforces the belief that if we keep trying, maybe these 2 will become 5 later, or will become 10, or become 20. And that's the thing about your belief. It shapes the kind of actions that you take. There is this stuff about when you believe that something is possible, you just go ahead and you take action. It doesn't mean that you have it all figured out or you're perfectly sure, but that belief that this person can do this thing, so I can, is actually a driving motion for you to start something. So you believe in yourself, and then you move. And the clarity part is important, because if you believe in yourself but you do not have clarity on who you're supposed to serve, you find yourself in a deep mess. Especially if you're someone like me that is multi-talented. You're good in this, you're good in that, you're good in this, you're good in that. Like I had a client that reached out and said, oh ma, my business, I don't know, my head is all over the place. I told her, ma, what do you need help with? She said, I don't know. I now told her, ma, if you don't know, is it me that we know? And both of us started laughing. But as a business owner, clarity is important, because even when you're seeking help, if you're clear on what you need help with, it's easier for you to get help than when you don't even know what you need help with. So that clarity of knowing what you're doing. There are business owners will go into audit their page. There was one I audited sometime last year. I always use it as an example till date. Me and the client, we really laughed about it. I entered inside the page. I scrolled. I messaged her. I said, ma, please, what do you do? She said, can't you see it on my page? I said, I'm not seeing it though. And this is somebody that says she's running ads and nobody is responding. But I entered inside the page and I cannot understand what she's doing. That's a big problem. And that's a lot of us are in that place. So we are posting, but we enter and we can't understand what you're doing and how you're supposed to help us. So because I entered the page, I saw tips on the kind of food that is good for digestion. I scrolled again. I saw Zobo tea. We are selling Zobo tea. I now scrolled down again. I saw handbag. Everything, only you. So I told her, she said, sometimes she gets deals and she just wants to say, no, you may be good at a lot of things, but when you really want to serve people, you need to tell them how you're serving them and how it's going to be of value to them. If you cannot tell us what you do in a paragraph, then just know that you are not clear. Because some people, it will take them maybe 5 minutes of explanation before you can get what they are doing. That person does not have clarity. And therefore, when they're speaking to you to tell you about what they do or what they or as on how they can help you, they also as in losing it. I was in an event last week and we were given this opportunity to kind of speed network. So when it got to my turn, I introduced myself. I said what I do. And someone now picked up the mic, because you can ask questions. Someone picked up the mic and said, all these digital marketers, every time you are doing all those affiliate marketing and all that, that's someone that does not have clarity on what digital marketing is about, because it's totally different from affiliate marketing. So immediately I saw that this person does not have clarity. So I told her, are you a business owner? She said yes. And I told her, well, we are every business owner's best friend. And she said, why? I said, well, because we are going to help you generate more leads, get more messages, and get more sales via your online channels. And she said, oh, that's what digital marketers do. I said, yes. She was like, oh, wow. She now exchanged contacts with me. So you see, just very easily. But then when you start, you move from here. I want to speak it in Igbo. That is how I'm feeling inspired to say it. Ekoroge ba,
Please.
ekoroge boss. As in, you are just moving from this place. We will use like 10 minutes and we've not understood what you're all about. Then you know that you don't have clarity. And sales, selling, because even if you're not doing physical products, you could be doing services, you could have a community, you could have digital products. Just know that you're selling. So whenever I'm saying selling, it's not just people that are selling physical products, jewelry, hair, clothes, food. They are not the only people that sell. So far as you're trying to bring people into your idea, you're trying to get them to buy your idea. In English, what do we call that? Is it not you're selling your idea? You're selling. So no matter what it is, you're selling. And so far as you are selling, you need to be someone that you are clear on what you are selling, on what you're doing, and the value that you're offering. Because one of the key secrets to sales is that sales is the transfer of belief. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but anybody that struggles with sales, just keep in the back of your mind, sales is a transfer of belief. Why do you think con artists succeed? Meanwhile, you're selling something that is real, something that is valuable, and you're struggling. Those con artists, they believe what they are selling, oh, and they will transfer that belief, even when it's non existent. They will transfer it to the person that they're selling to. So, you with a tangible product that is real, that is valuable, if you can also believe in your believe in your products, you're going to be able to transfer that belief to the person that you're selling it to, and that will make selling easier for you. So both clarity and belief, they are two things that go together. If you really want to be someone that you're doing something and you're going to succeed in it, some of us want to be mentors, some of us want to be speakers, we want to make impact. If you want to be all these and more, your beliefs are very important, because those are the things that you're going to use and transfer. Those are also the things you use and attract the kind of people that you're looking for. I have people that they will come and say, I just like you because you find a way to make this teaching thing funny and very relational. Those are my people. It's not everybody that likes it though. There are people that would like me to be more serious. They don't want you to be shining teeth up and down. They want you to be more professional, you're just firm, you wear suits, you wear suits and be moving. So they don't like all these, you're being casual, you're being vibrant, or really, they are not a fan. But they have their own people. There are people like that. So all this, your beliefs, it will help you both in attracting and convincing, and clarity too will help you so that you will not go and attract the people that you don't want. You will not attract the people that you don't want. So have your beliefs in check, have good clarity of what you're here for, your purpose, what you're trying to achieve with your business, with your product, with your service, with your community. And you'll find out that making impact as a woman, whether via your business or whatever it is that you're doing, becomes pretty much easy.
I love that you said that selling is a transfer of belief, and that whatever it is you're doing, once you're trying to convince someone to buy into your idea, you're selling. Because again, I was guilty of this, but most times when people are professionals, they're like, oh, I'm not selling anything, so I don't know what you're talking about. But you're selling every day. You want to take
Every
vacation,
day.
you're selling. You want time off, you're selling. You want a promotion, you're selling. You want the corner office, you're selling. You want to be assigned to a particular project, you're selling, because basically you have an idea, you're trying to get the other person to buy into whatever it is you're saying so they can give you what you want. So understand that. So our topic today is really around building your brand and being able to, like sell to people, convince people, help people buy into your idea, and you can implement it. There's really, in my opinion, now no line between business and having a professional career, it's all the same. It's just a matter of who are you trying to convince. If you have a
Yeah.
job, you're trying to convince the people on your team, your boss, everybody's in that close circle. If you're a business owner, you have a wider net. You're trying to convince like a variety of people. But to your point, Oma, you're looking for your people in that mix. So this is really good. This is like literally a masterclass on how to get this done. So, Zema, I mean, this has been really incredible and I've enjoyed it. And I hope everybody was getting a lot of value from this. And I need you to tell us what are you working on right now? Like, because you have so much going on and, just listening to you, I'm like, I want to be in your world. So what are you up to right now? What kind of partnerships are you looking to get into that are like exciting to you?
Okay. So, as you already know, we've been registered in Nigeria for a while now. We've been established, but as of last year, we also incorporated in US. So I am really looking at making more business friends, like a Daisy here now. So I'm also interested in getting partnerships, meeting more people generally, because I'm generally someone that I love laughing, I love talking, even though most of my talk will revolve around money, show, and business, but I do I do like talking and gisting with my friends. So I really want to expand. Okay, I want to expand Digital Biz Guru. We're already working on a website for our international audience. That's digitalbizguru.com. We have the digitalbizguru.com.ng for the Nigerian and African audience. So we're working on the one for the international audience. And I'm also still running my internship, a passion project of mine. It's a free internship for women, and we have two cohorts every year. The next cohort is going to be opening next month. We're already getting ready to receive the next batch of people. We have that internship, and for those that want to work with me, so far as you're a business owner or you're someone that you are about to kick off a business, you're still in ideation, please come and be my friend. I need you and you need me. So we are supposed to hug each other tight. Because one thing about starting a business is, apart from opening your pages, those ones are basic. Oh. Your main headache should be, every day, how do I get 50 people to know that I exist in this world? Every day, how do I get 100 new people to message me? How do I, because you need to be thinking about generating leads consistently. So that's your new business. It's going to take a while, because one thing about when you're kicking off and you're building, it always takes a while. But by the time you get to a place where it's balanced, you find out that lead generation is pretty much easier, because as these people are coming, you're closing sales, you're generating more leads, and so on and so forth. So Digital Biz Guru, we offer services in email marketing, landing page design, copywriting, content marketing, social media management. And we also train and coach in all these areas. So some people have hired us to train their team, some people have hired us to just train themselves. So it depends on what you need at that point in time. Just feel free. We're on all your favorite social media channels. Any one that you want to go, you will find us. Whether X, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, you're going to find us there. So feel free to send the DM, send a message. You can say you're from this live so that I know who I'm speaking with. And I'm also on LinkedIn. My personal profile, Ihomai Joma Chukwezi. Can also find me there. So, but I'm always open to connecting. I love businesses. I love women. So those are two topics that are very close to my heart, because I want women to be hot like fire. We
Mm.
have so much potential. We have so much potential. Some of us have not even scratched 3% of what we have inside us, and we think it has finished. It has not. You haven't even started anything. So I'm always passionate when it comes to discussions around women and growing, growing as a woman, especially women in business.
I mean, everything you said is like music to my ears, especially when you said that you like talking about money, because again, this is something that we were walking through, especially for us women in STEM, African women in STEM. It's almost like there's this thing about women that we feel like if we talk about money, it's like, oh my God, we shouldn't, it makes us, this horrible person. But the more you talk about something, the more comfortable you are. And that means that when you're going for your next job, your next promotion, you can afford to speak up for yourself. So learn from Informa and talk about money all the time. So this has really been incredible. And I want you to think about today, everything in its entirety, about how you can apply all this stuff to building your brand, building your career, building your thought leadership, getting leads. And again, I'm going to translate it to professional speak. Okay. Even if you have a job, you absolutely love your job and you're paid really well, the world is changing so much. You might, your company might go a different direction. You are also evolving, might want to go a different direction, or maybe you just want to do more than one thing. How will people get to know who you are? How will people get to know that you exist? All the expertise that you have, the talent that you have, your interest, if you don't go out there and let people know. So your list might look like
Yeah.
people that see you on LinkedIn, follow you, like the topic you talk about. You teach about AI, you teach about technology, you teach about biology. Like yesterday, I met this woman that had things. She has a startup that is trying to make sending things into space easier, like a plug and play for a lot of people, because right now when people send things into space, it's like the whole thing is a one-off. You can replace it, you can exchange it or whatever. That does, I mean, again, there's so many things you can do. She's talking about it. I'm interested. I'm like, I didn't even know I could launch stuff in space. She said once upon a time it used to cost $100,000 per kilo. Now it's down to $5,000 per kilo. In the future, it's going to be $500 per kilo. So what it means is that if you have something that you want to launch in space, I think it's going to help you get information. You as an individual can do it. So if she doesn't talk about it, if she didn't talk about it, there's no way I will know. So as a professional, you need leads. By that I mean people that listen to you, hear what you're saying, buy into your idea, support your cause. If you have a
Yeah.
cause like a not-for-profit or program, anyway, you're trying to create impact, you need people. Okay, it's coming to, so take everything Homa has said and apply it to what you're doing. And we also have a lot of people that come in to do both. They're professionals that have a side hustle and so on and so forth. So what did you learn today? Just think about it. What did you learn? What was helpful? And if there's anything that you learned today that you didn't know before, please take that to heart and share it with us. Ihoma is going to give us all the links to all the wonderful things she said. If you want to take an internship just to help build and expand your knowledge, that'll be awesome. If you want to work with her, that's also equally incredible. And we're going to share all that in the chat. So, Ihoma, thank you so much for joining me today. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, ooh, masterclass, I'm learning so much. These are things I'm going to apply because, again, building a business, you learn every day and you're always trying to get better. So, thank you for joining me on Lunch with Leaders. It has been a delightful experience. And I hope everyone
Thank
enjoyed
you
it.
so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
And this
you.
one, you said you're going to be going on a break because I was about to say, I will come again, but
No,
you're
I'm
going
not
on a
going on
break.
a break. You will come again. I'm just changing. I'm just changing the way I do things. So, but I'm going to be announcing that pretty soon. There's still going to be lunch with
All
leaders.
right.
It's going to be a different format. So we have so much in store for you at African Women in STEM, and visit our website, africanwomeninstem.com, and check out our events page. We have a challenge coming up soon. Is a LinkedIn visibility challenge. It kind of ties into what we talked about today. You can't just not take action. Okay, you have to be out there, have to let people know how exceptional you are. So we have a LinkedIn visibility challenge coming up. We have other events coming up later, like an other series. Just visit africanwomeninstem.com/events and get all the good details. So again, thank you so much. Follow Ihoma on LinkedIn and all her social media channels for Digital Biz Guru, and follow me at Desile Judogaya as well. And enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. Until next time. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.